Okay, so it's highly important that I make this video right now because I have work to do and I need a way to procrastinate. So the best personal knowledge management tool is actually this thing called Mem. So lots of people use like Notion or Obsidian or Logseek, something like that, where you actually there's a cool one too called Walling or something like that. Um, any type, like there's so many cool options, but what you really want is something that actually uses AI, right? Because what we have right now is the most powerful like system that's available to us. So look at this. So I have many scattered notes on Facebook ads. Okay, so I do a lot of video ads for my clients, and I take a lot of notes from various places that I'm learning about it. So here's a note on that from a random guy about different ways to make ads. And then here's another one having ads. Here's another kind of video. These are journal entries. This is another random scattered note about paid ads. Here's another one. And I don't have time to go through and organize all this shit and put it into one nice sheet because a lot of this stuff is some of it's like contradictory and it's like I don't have time to organize it, right? But you know who does? A robot, right? ChatGPT. So all you do is you say, all right, I need some good Facebook hooks. And it says, okay, here's some good hooks based on your notes, right? And then for another one, yeah, motivation based on actual stuff that I've literally said in my journal and in my notes. And then here's a really good example. Give me a Facebook ad script framework based on my notes, and it says, okay, here you have these random notes. Use this stuff. Use this framework, and this is literally exactly what I've been using. This framework, but it distills everything into one place. So, I mean, this is a really short video because I just wanted to show you how powerful this is. Um, but I also wanted to complain because Mem, this is Mem, right? So it's it's buggy. Like I have to press this and it still doesn't look right. This stuff you can't see all your tags in one place. You have to go here, and then the tags are buggy. Like if I go to the sales tag, this is in here. This doesn't have sales in it. It just has hashtag closing, and it's still in my sales tag. So it's buggy. You can't make smart lists where you combine multiple tags into like acquisition, fulfillment, like productivity, something like that. Like you could combine these and it would be useful, but it doesn't let you do that. And I mean, this software, like, it's so annoying how it's not that good, right? So if I actually go and chat GPT custom database, like look at this. So chat GPT with your data, right? There's so many of these different companies because it's a great idea, right? So you design your own database. Let's just, there's so many different ones. Let's click on this ad. So all you do is like all you need is a front end basically because this is the back end because you put all of your notes, you send it all to this, and then the front end would be you could use Flutter Flow, and this is a no code solution. This lets you build iOS, Android, and web and Microsoft and Mac OS apps in one place because this is Flutter, this is Google's language, whatever. And I mean, literally, like it's a drag and drop builder. So this is my next business idea. I need to make more money with my current business, but once I do that, then I'm gonna start pouring a lot of time into making a competitor to Mem. Mem has $30 million in funding, but it sucks. It's disorganized. Like, look at this. People like see people from your emails here. Why would I want to do that? I want to tag relevant people so I can look at and okay, what is this like CSS or like this doesn't even work. Okay, there we go. Um, and then I guess it's gonna show me like the actual scripts or the notes related to that. But like honestly, this like I have no knowledge of Flutter, but I still feel like it would take me a week to build out something similar. It's gonna be ugly. I don't have any design experience, but I mean I could build something similar. Like this is just abysmal. They have $30 million in venture capital, and their team is massive. Like, shit. I need to go to mem.ai/pricing or something like that. how to get to the I don't know how to get to the product page, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's basically wait, actually mem.ai. Like they literally have like all these team members. Like look at this. They were founded in 2019. They have, and I was looking at this last night. Look at all these people. There's 12 people on this team. Is that 12? Yeah, that's 15. No, that's 12. I'm tripping. 15 people. Look, software engineer, designer, team lead, strategy, customer success, co-founder. So they have 2 engineers. They have 2 software engineers, and the rest of these people, I don't know what the fuck they do. But Mem is, I mean, it's the best solution if you actually want something you can query. So there's this cool software called My Mind. And this is kind of, I wasn't using this really because it's not that useful. But you can keep a lot of stuff in here. So you can put links, you can put like Twitter links will automatically, what do you call it? YouTube links. And then I think this is just an image. And then like you could put notes in here. So this is really useful if you just want somewhere to store all your stuff. And what I'm saying is Mem needs something like this, where you can have all your sources, everything you want to retain within your like system. You can have it stored. Whereas with this, like I have PDFs in here. So if I go PDF, like look, so this is a PDF. Look at this. This is terrible. It just shows the file. Like, I mean, you can click on it and it has a preview. That's nice. But if you go in here, like the whole thing, it opens as a note. It's perfect, right? And so, like, the problem with My Mind is there's no it doesn't integrate with ChatGPT, so you can't ask it a question. Give me 5 good Facebook ad hooks. Right? I mean, it's gonna show me which notes are pertinent to that, but it's not gonna help me, actually, like, it's not gonna give me a framework based on my notes and combine them. So I'm gonna waste a bunch of time. So I never use My Mind. I only use, honestly, I was using Notion, and I had in my personal Notion I had like an inbox where it was, I would put like random notes and shit I need to remember. But it's annoying, and there's no way you end up never looking at your old notes. With this, actually, at least you can. But I just wanted to complain about the UI, the UX. It's just terrible. And okay, if you'll permit me to continue complaining, this is the iOS app, right? It's dark mode only, okay, and look, it's not even loading. It's still loading. I just opened it. Okay, it stopped loading. But you can't, like, I mean, I guess it does have the chat integration, so that's nice. But the desktop app is only light mode. So the app is only dark mode, and the desktop app is only light mode. And even if you go, like you saw when I went to Mem, this is my Mem, it's all light mode. And this is different from the desktop app. I'm like, bro, just use Electron. Literally, just fucking use Electron. Like, it's not that hard. Like, why would you build a separate desktop app? Because clearly they don't have the capacity to build separate apps for every platform, because the iOS app has 3.5 stars. I'm sure if this had a rating, it's not on the App Store, but if it had a rating, I'm sure it'd be like 3.5 stars, something like that. So yeah, I appreciate you staying around long enough to listen to me complain. But this is my next business idea, because honestly, this is being done terribly. This is fantastically useful, but also annoying to use and ugly to look at and just not well done. Look at this. There's a whole page for tasks. Why would you put tasks in here? This is not an all-in-one like system. Like, you have a calendar, you have all your tasks in one place. Why would you not have, like, you're gonna have a different app for your notes? So why does it need tasks? Why does it need your emails? If I go to flows, I mean, yeah, like email and contact syncing. Like, what? um CRM. Like, no, this is a notes app, bro. Like, you just want to have all your information in one place and actually be able to look at it. So overall, I'm just disappointed in Mem. Um, but I love it, and I love the idea, and I think that we need more things like this. There's another cool app called Moonlight, and apologies if this gets kind of personal here because my whole journal's uploaded. Um, but basically, what you do with this is you can say, like, you can, it's a journal, so hi journal, right? So you can enter in your journal, like, this is a journal entry, right? And then the cool thing about Moonlight actually is if you go to Insights, and I actually forgot where you find it, but there's an AI that you can query, and you can ask it things. It's not showing. Maybe it's only in the mobile app for some reason, because this is an indie app, mind you. But yeah, I mean, like, you could literally like ask it stuff about yourself. So that's useful, but it doesn't have all your notes in it, and that's really what you want it for. Like, a journal is only so good, you know. You really, like, a lot of the notes that you're going to take are going to be thoughts, and they're going to be related to things that you're doing. So you want all that stuff to be in one place. And then there's another one called, actually, it's a Rosebud. It's a a journal, another journal, and this one it's pretty cool because what you can do is you say, I'm tired, I want to procrastinate, right? And then it lets you actually talk to the robot, and it uses GPT-4. So it'll actually, like, prompt you, and you can kind of go deeper and use that to enhance your journaling, which is great, but it's not a good platform for taking notes. It's just a journal, which, I mean, journals are great, but there's a lot of journal apps out there, and most people don't really, like, PKM is a much better market to go after because of the business applications as well. But you could say, well, and there's some cool stuff here, like, I do like Rosebud. I was using this for a little bit, but then I was like, bro, a journal is useless. Like, I don't always feel like journaling, and I'd rather just, like, take notes about stuff that I'm doing, and then have that be part of my knowledge base, right? So actually, if I go create a new journal, and then I say, how do I get over my procrastination? Holy shit, typing is hard. And I'm hoping it's gonna okay, it's not drawing from my previous entries, so I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, dude, like, literally Mark Andreessen was talking about how every single person in the world is gonna have a personal AI assistant, and I think this is the absolute like, essential part of it, is gonna be a way to manage your knowledge, right? Because knowledge is so fragmented, like, even especially with studying, right? So if you're a student, you come to class and your teacher starts talking about something, and so you want to write down, like, okay, hey, like, fuck, I haven't been to school in over a year. I dropped out. That shit was lame. But let's just say, like, a vector multiplication is done, like, in this order or something like that, right? And so you want to remember that, and then maybe you take some other notes on vectors. I don't remember any of this of, like, quadrant A, B, C, D, whatever the hell. And then, so you're gonna have this note, and then next time you come into class, they might say something else, and then you want to be able to draw on that as well. So I think, like, for the future of my app, I think it'll also have to have some sort of capacity for, like, drawing and writing, because it's easy. Sometimes you just want to write stuff out or draw it out, and being able to have ChatGPT, like, take that stuff in and actually be able to give you something productive out of it next time you need an answer. So, like, let's say you had a bunch of notes on on vectors like all stored within this. Then you could go like next time you're doing your vector homework, you'd be like, holy shit, fuck, this is hard. How do I multiply one vector with another with a different size vector or something like that? What's the order of operations? Then at some point it's gonna draw on like one note that's about the order of operations and one note that's about how to multiply vectors and combine them, right? And that way you don't have to go back through your notes and work on them because you've got other shit to do. You've got like you want to grind through your homework, and yeah, it's just a super useful tool. I think I might have to get funding, honestly, if I did something like this. This company has $30 million in funding, and obviously, like, I have no idea where the fuck that's going, because, look, every time I go to this page, I have to press this to actually make it look reasonable. Like, look at this design. This shit's all the way in the center, and this is on the left. It's so strange. And if you try to shrink it, nope, it doesn't work. It just closes the sidebar. I mean, you can do this, but then you have to click on that, and that doesn't even work. What the fuck? And you can do this, and it still is broken. Like, how? Like, if I'm honest, I haven't built any apps, but it does not look that fucking hard. Like, I was watching a Flutterflow tutorial last night, and I was like, bro, like, I could figure this shit out. Like, yeah, I'm excited about this, idea, but I really need a better implementation, and I think I'm gonna be the one to do that, because it's gonna be fun and cool as fuck. It's gonna be cool as fuck. And look, dude, if you could easily charge $10 a month, right? All you need is 3,000 customers to hit 30K a month. And 30K a month, you're balling, dude. And then, I mean, you can hire on, a couple nice software engineers, and pay yourself nothing. But yeah, like, I think I'd probably want to go after funding just because I think it'd be cool as fuck to actually, like, live that startup life, move to fucking Sacramento or some shit like that, and be like sipping fucking matcha tea or some shit, whatever startup founders drink. Yeah, so anyways, this was my rant, but I really hope, if you're watching this video and you've been using Notion or Evernote or Logseek or something like that, like, stop. Just use this. I mean, it has linking, it has a lot of the stuff you get there, but the ability to query it is going to save you so much time. Like, I've literally saved 20 minutes here by procrastinating and talking about it. But yeah, I mean, like, this is the next generation of note taking. Like, mark my words. Like, this is how all notes apps are going to work in the future, and it's just a matter of time. And I think the apps that hop on it first are going to take all the users, and then the notes apps that get on it later are gonna have to struggle to acquire users. And so I think when you come out of the gate with something like this, you're just on top of it. And yeah, I mean, so hit me up if you want to start this. But yeah, that's the vid.